Let's talk about the Dallas Cowboys. Obviously, NFL draft week is here. Everyone's excited to see what the Cowboys and, frankly, every other NFL team is going to do in the coming days. But ahead of the draft, the Cowboys just made a very interesting, somewhat surprising move. Kind of slid under the radar, but this could have a big impact. We'll get into that report in just 1 second. But first, I'm Nick. That's Andrew, and this is Saturday Morning Inspection. All right, first and foremost, let's jump into this report straight out of the Dallas Cowboys. Let's go ahead and throw it up on the screen there. This is courtesy of NBC Sports. Tyler Smith was a first-round pick in 2022 and has started at both guard and tackle during his time with the team. Smith is currently a left guard, obviously, and the team is expected to make a move that ensures he'll remain under contract through 2026. Calvin Watkins of the Dallas Morning News reports the Cowboys plan to exercise their option on Smith's contract for a fifth season. The option carries a $21.272 million cap hit, although Smith could wind up with a smaller cap hit if he and the Cowboys can agree on a long-term extension before the option year kicks in. All right, here's where it gets kind of interesting. Let's go ahead and go up to our report here. I should say a query I asked of Perplexity AI. Highly recommend it. They don't sponsor us, but it's a good AI. Talking about the deadline for fifth-year options this offseason, and it's actually May 1st. So obviously anyone with a calendar can look at the situation and say, hold on, that's about 10 days away. We obviously have a lot of things that could go on. Why did the Cowboys do this now? They could have been doing it a week ago. They could have done it a month ago. They could have done it months ago. Why did they wait till right before the NFL draft to exercise this option? A lot of different theories. It could be nothing. It could be an indication of just looking at the cap structure, trying to create a plan in place. I think it's a little bit of the second one. I think the Cowboys are clearing the deck. They're planning something. I don't know if it's a big trade using draft capital. There have been some Jameson Williams is available rumors from the Lions. I mean, we'll have to see if there's anything to that. But I think what we're seeing right now is the Dallas Cowboys clearing the deck, getting a lot of things aligned so that way they have their idea of their terms of their cap picture and their entire roster situation over the next year plus. They're sending a message here that they're creating just basically an entire environment where they can go out and make a massive move, whether it's trading up in the draft, whether it's trading for a veteran, whether it's both. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I think at this point, it's very clear the Cowboys are clearing the field to make a huge addition to this roster. We'll have to wait and see exactly what it is. But Cowboys fans, pay attention because these next 72 hours, 96 hours, there's going to be at least one, if not multiple, big-time deals that I think send a shockwave through the entire National Football League. All right, Miles, I'm curious what your thoughts are on all of this. But first, Cowboys fans, in the comment section below, who do you want the Cowboys to draft this upcoming NFL draft? I'm not talking about who you want them to draft in the first round or the second round or whatever. I'm just saying, what's the player that's available that you want the Cowboys to pick for whatever reason? Maybe he's a Texas guy. Maybe you've been a fan of his in college, whatever it may be. Who's the guy that you think should really wear a star on his helmet for the rest of his NFL career, to begin in his NFL career by being drafted by the Dallas Cowboys? Give us that one guy you want Dallas to draft. Put him in the comment section below. But, Miles, what are your thoughts on this move by Dallas and what it could mean for the Cowboys upcoming week or so?
Yeah, Nick, I think when you look at the NFL sphere, the blogosphere, the media, what's going on, obviously there's always something you can find out about the Cowboys when you look at the media. Somebody's talking about them in some shape, form, or fashion. But, albeit we've said it this year, less maybe than ever before. Cowboys have been quiet. They've been doing the smart thing, the boring thing. We've talked about that in numerous videos, so go check them out. But I think when you look around the league, it indicates one thing to me. You hear stories about Cowboys trading up in the draft to go get, a running back like Deontay or someone like that. Don't know if that's going to happen. You hear Cowboys going to potentially trade for Bills running back James Cook, Etienne, for Travis Etienne, another running back they've potentially been linked to trade for. Trade back to go get McMillan, the wide receiver out of Arizona. All of these things have one thing in common, and that's the Cowboys making moves, whether it's a trade for a player, whether it's a trade for draft capital up and or down. It seems like the Cowboys, when you hear all of these things going around, it means people have been talking. I don't know what any of these rumors are true, but what it means is the Cowboys have been around circles and people have heard there's been talks about the Cowboys moving. There's been talks about things happening in this team. Like you said, it seems like when you look at a guy like Tyler Smith and what they're going to do here, it seems like they're getting things ready. They're clearing the deck, as you like to say, getting everything ready so they can go into this period. Like you said, it's going to be a rough and tumble period, get a lot of stuff going on, and say, hey, we don't want to have to think about this in the back of our mind. There's a deadline coming up. We already have a deadline in front of us with the draft and all these trades. We don't need 2 deadlines. Let's push this one down the road. We're going to take care of it. Let's go ahead, knock it out of the way, get that deadline off our plate so we can go ahead and focus on the task in front of us, and that's trades in the draft coming in to this weekend. I think it's signaling, like you said, something big for the Cowboys. I think something important is going to happen here. I don't know what it is. It sounds like there could be a lot of stuff going on. It sounds like, at the very least, all the things I'm reading, all the things I'm seeing, shows playmaker in their sights, whether it's running back, a wide receiver, something at least exciting for the Cowboys once. This offseason, we've praised it for being boring, but it's not, too bad if there's something a little bit exciting. Get a playmaker on the books here for the Cowboys would be really, really nice. So I think keep your ears tuned, your eyes peeled down this stretch. I think there's going to be something really important going on. I think the Cowboys, they're going to do it now. They're going to make that exciting move, and we're going to see something, whether it's a trade before, during, or on draft day. We're going to see something really exciting for the Cowboys happening here not too long.
Yeah, so I'm going to give a prediction right now. I think the Cowboys send a second rounder. It's either to Buffalo or to Detroit for either Cook or Jamison Williams, and they're going to use their first round pick on what other position they don't get with the second round. So if they get Williams with the second, they'll probably go running back in the first round. If they get Cook with the second, they'll probably go wide receiver. McMillan, of course, is the favorite everyone's going after, and I think that'd be a great situation. McMillan in the first, trade your second, and get James Cook. I think that's a winning first 2 rounds, to be totally honest. And I think that's what the Cowboys are trying to do here. Again, we're talking about 2026 Tyler Smith's option. So this is all about affecting veterans and cap dollars for the future, right? This has nothing to do with some rookie in the out years or maybe a Micah Parsons extension. This is a 1-year blip, and 1-year blips only seem to really matter if you're going to go out and get a big name, expensive veteran. And to me, that sounds like a Williams that gets signed to an extension with Dallas, or a Cook that gets assigned to an extension with Dallas, or something of that ilk. I think that's where the Cowboys are going. Now, again, we won't know for certain over the course until the next few days really unravel. And maybe this will all just be for nothing. I don't know, right? But it feels, if you look at all the moves Dallas has made this offseason, you kind of alluded to it, it's been a lot of good, solid, steady, clearing the deck, checking all these boxes. We talked about it a few days ago. They cleared out all the issues on the O-line, cleared out all the issues on the D-line, got a backup quarterback into the building, right? They checked all the boxes they had to check. And now we're heading into the draft. And now we've got this other report with Smith. We've got all these rumors about trade deals potentially happening. I think the Cowboys are going to make at least one big deal for a veteran at either running back or wide receiver. My bet is running back over the next couple days.